Have you ever wondered why some people seem to possess an unstoppable energy, a drive that pushes them beyond limits, beyond ordinary success, into a life that feels electric, purposeful, and deeply fulfilled? That energy isn't magic, and it isn't reserved for a lucky few. It's inside you right now, waiting quietly beneath the surface, a force so powerful it can change the entire course of your life. Most people overlook it or misunderstand it, often confusing it with fleeting desire or simple attraction. But what if I told you that this energy, the one you feel as passion, longing, or even frustration, holds the secret to transforming every part of your life, your creativity, your courage, your confidence, and your achievements? What if the energy you think drains you could actually be your greatest source of strength? This hidden power is not some vague spiritual idea. It is a primal force, deeply wired into your body and mind, designed to move you forward in ways you may never have imagined. But here's the challenge. Without awareness, this energy leaks away through distractions, impulsive habits, or wasted moments. It slips out, leaving behind a dull ache of regret and unfulfilled potential. You might have felt this yourself. Times when you had incredible energy but couldn't focus it on what mattered most. Times when your desires pulled you off course instead of propelling you forward. That feeling isn't failure. It's a sign that you haven't yet learned to master the true power within. Imagine what it would be like if you could take that raw energy, the force that pulses through your body every day, and channel it with precision and purpose. Imagine turning desire into determination, passion into progress, and distraction into deep focus. This isn't about denying who you are or suppressing what you feel. It's about a remarkable transformation, transmuting that powerful energy into fuel for your highest dreams and boldest goals. The moment you realize this, your whole perspective on energy, willpower, and success shifts. You begin to see that the power you've been chasing outside yourself has been inside all along, ready to be awakened. By understanding and mastering this energy, you unlock a key that opens doors to creativity, motivation, and resilience like you've never experienced. It allows you to step into a version of yourself that's unstoppable, someone who uses every ounce of inner fire to build the life they truly want. Staying with this journey will reveal how to access this force, how to make it work for you instead of against you, and how to transform every challenge into a stepping stone toward your highest potential. So if you've ever felt stuck, drained, or unsure of where your true power lies, this is your moment. The path you're about to explore offers a radical new way to see yourself and your energy, a way that leads to growth, success, and fulfillment on your own terms. The force inside you is real, it's waiting, and it's ready to be awakened. And when you do, nothing will ever be the same again. Stay with this, because what comes next will change everything. What if everything you've ever felt as desire isn't just a craving, but a message, an inner signal pointing toward what truly matters to you? Desire is often seen as something to control, resist, or indulge, but it is so much more than that. It is the language of your deepest passions, the spark that ignites your drive and shapes your focus. When you learn to listen to this language, you begin to understand yourself on a far deeper level. You realize that desire isn't the enemy of discipline, it is the fuel for it. It is the energy that, when properly harnessed, can push you to achieve what once seemed impossible. But here's the catch. When desire is left unchecked, it scatters your energy like sand in the wind, draining your focus and leaving you feeling empty, restless, or stuck. Desire, by its nature, demands attention. It's meant to move you toward growth and fulfillment. Yet too often, it is misunderstood as simply physical impulse or fleeting temptation. This narrow view limits your ability to turn desire into your greatest asset. Imagine your energy as water. When it flows freely without direction, it washes away your strength. But when it is channeled, it becomes a powerful river that carves through mountains and nourishes life. Your desire is that water. It has the power to flow either toward distraction or toward profound creation. The difference lies in how consciously you choose to direct it. Every time you give in to impulsive urges, your energy dissipates and your will weakens. You feel tired, frustrated, and disconnected from your true purpose. But when you pause and ask yourself where your desire really wants to take you, beyond the moment, beyond the surface, You tap into something far greater. This is where transformation begins. The moment you decide not to let desire control you, but to control desire, you reclaim your power. You turn an internal force that once pulled you off track into a steady current that carries you forward. This isn't about denial or suppression. It's about mastering your own energy to fuel your highest potential. It's about transforming what feels like raw, restless energy into laser-sharp focus and unstoppable motivation. When you learn this, your goals stop feeling like distant dreams. They become urgent, tangible, and within reach. The energy that once distracted you now becomes the very thing that propels you towards success. This is not a vague hope or wishful thinking. It's a practical psychological shift rooted in your biology and your mind's natural wiring. Your brain rewards you for following desire, but it can reward you even more for mastering it, for redirecting it toward long-term fulfillment instead of short-term pleasure. You have the capacity to transform your desire into your greatest strength. This power lies dormant inside you, ready to awaken as soon as you choose to see desire differently, not as an obstacle, but as a gateway to focus, passion, and achievement. The energy that once seemed scattered or confusing can become the driving force behind every positive change you want to make. When you shift your relationship with desire, you shift your entire life. And that shift begins with one conscious choice: to harness the power inside you and use it as fuel to become the person you were always meant to be. Your mind and body are intricately connected, wired in ways that hold the secret to mastering your energy. Every surge of desire triggers chemical reactions deep inside your brain, flooding it with dopamine, the molecule of motivation and reward. This rush lights up pleasure centers, but it can also create cycles that keep you chasing quick fixes rather than lasting fulfillment. Understanding this is crucial because your biology isn't your enemy. It's your greatest ally once you learn to work with it. When desire is met with impulsive action, the brain rewards you temporarily but leaves you craving more, trapping you in a loop of distraction and fatigue. Yet when you choose to pause, to redirect that energy consciously, you engage higher brain functions, those responsible for planning, creativity, and emotional regulation. This rewiring is the foundation of transformation. It means that your energy doesn't have to control you, you can control it. This is not an abstract idea, but a real, practical power hidden within your nervous system. By redirecting your natural impulses, you strengthen your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that governs self-control, focus, and long-term vision. Each time you resist a fleeting urge and channel that energy into a purposeful action, you rewire your brain, making this control easier and more natural. The more you practice this, the more your entire mental landscape shifts. What once felt like a constant battle against your desires becomes a source of vitality and strength. This shift is what creates unstoppable momentum in your life. The energy that once scattered and drained you now sharpens your focus and fuels your passion. Hormones also play a vital role in this process. Testosterone, often linked only to aggression or sexuality, is deeply connected to drive, confidence, and risk-taking. When you master your sexual energy, testosterone levels rise in a balanced way, giving you the courage to face challenges head-on and the resilience to keep pushing forward when others give up. This biochemical balance is not about suppressing natural urges, but about harnessing them to ignite your inner fire. It's the biological engine behind extraordinary achievements, powering you from the inside out. This process of transformation doesn't happen overnight. It requires patience, repetition, and deep respect for the natural rhythms of your body and mind. But every conscious choice you make to redirect your energy is like planting a seed, one that grows stronger with each moment of focus and self-discipline. You become a master architect of your own brain chemistry and emotional state. The incredible part is that this mastery spills over into every area of life. Your creativity flourishes, your mental clarity sharpens, and your emotional resilience deepens. You begin to see obstacles not as walls, but as opportunities to channel your energy more effectively. When you understand the science behind this energy, you realize that transformation is not just possible. It is inevitable if you commit to the process. Your body, mind, and spirit align in a powerful synergy. that propels you toward your greatest potential. This is the essence of true self-mastery, an awakening to the fact that you hold the key to your own transformation in the way you manage your inner energy. The choice is yours. Every moment offers a chance to reclaim this power and step into a life driven by focused energy, courage, and purpose. This is the real path to becoming the person you've always dreamed of being. True mastery begins with awareness, knowing yourself deeply, noticing the patterns that govern your energy and attention. Every moment you feel restless, distracted, or drained is a signal, a message from within that your energy is leaking where it shouldn't. Most people move through life unaware of these subtle shifts, unknowingly giving away their power to habits and impulses that don't serve their highest goals. But what if you could catch these moments before they sweep you away? What if you became so attuned to your inner world that you could stop the loss of energy before it even began? This awareness is your greatest weapon. It shines a light on the invisible forces that pull you off course. Those moments when your desire for immediate pleasure conflicts with your deeper desire for lasting fulfillment. When you start to recognize these triggers, you create space between impulse and action. That space is where choice lives. It's where you decide to let your energy flow toward distraction or toward creation. The first step is simple but profound. Observe yourself without judgment. Notice when your mind wanders, when your body craves a quick release, or when your focus fades. This self-observation isn't about harsh criticism, it's about clarity, understanding, and control. As you build this habit of mindful awareness, you begin to see the patterns that have held you back. You realize that many moments of fatigue, frustration, or failure trace back to unexamined impulses. This clarity gives you power. Suddenly, you're not a victim of your urges, you are their master. You can redirect your energy intentionally, choosing where it flows instead of letting it slip away unnoticed. This shift changes everything. Energy once lost becomes your greatest resource. Distraction becomes discipline. Weakness transforms into strength. But awareness alone is not enough. It must be paired with conscious action. Every time you notice a trigger, you have a choice. You can indulge in the easy path that drains you, or you can channel that energy into something meaningful. It could be a moment of focused work, a deep breath, or a simple pause to reset your mind. These small, deliberate actions build momentum. They retrain your brain to seek fulfillment from progress, not from fleeting pleasure. This rewiring doesn't just happen in theory. It rewires your nervous system, changing your very nature. With each moment of conscious choice, your inner energy becomes sharper, more refined. Your willpower grows stronger, your clarity intensifies, and your emotional resilience deepens. You start to experience what it truly means to be in control, not control as restriction, but control as freedom. Freedom to harness the deepest forces inside you and use them to create a life you love. This is the power of conscious energy management. It allows you to rise above distractions, overcome fatigue, and break free from old habits that have kept you stuck. When you commit to this path of awareness and intentional action, transformation unfolds naturally. Your energy becomes a compass guiding you toward your highest purpose. You develop a magnetic focus that pulls success, creativity, and fulfillment into your life with ease. The secret lies not in fighting desire, but in mastering it, turning your impulses into fuel for greatness. This is the essence of true power, and it begins with the simple act of paying attention to yourself. Your journey toward unstoppable momentum starts with this moment of awareness and choice. Choose to become the master of your energy and watch your entire life change. Every moment of self-control is a battle for your future self. It's easy to forget this when faced with immediate temptation, when the urge whispers promises of quick satisfaction and the path of least resistance seems the most natural choice. But what separates those who rise from those who fall is the ability to delay gratification, to see beyond the moment, and to invest energy into a vision larger than fleeting pleasure. This ability is not just a mental trick. It is a fundamental rewiring of your brain's reward system. When you resist the urge to scatter your energy, you're training your mind to value long-term growth over instant relief. This builds a reservoir of inner strength that sustains you through every challenge. The power of delayed gratification is profound because it taps into your brain's natural wiring for reward and motivation. Every time you choose to hold your energy, to redirect it toward meaningful effort, you reinforce neural pathways that strengthen focus and resilience. This is how champions are made, not by perfection, but by countless choices to hold on just a little longer, to push a little harder, and to refuse the distractions that pull them off course. Each small act of resistance compounds over time, creating an unstoppable momentum that fuels your journey. It turns willpower from a limited resource into a renewable force. Harnessing this power is not about denial, it's about transformation. It's about understanding that your desires are signals, guiding you toward what truly matters, but that the timing and expression of those desires must be carefully managed. When you learn to transmute this energy, you convert raw impulses into creative force, turning potential chaos into structured progress. This process elevates your thinking, sharpens your focus, and opens the door to higher levels of achievement. Your energy, once fragmented and unpredictable, becomes a concentrated stream that powers every goal you pursue. This transformation requires a shift in perspective. Instead of seeing your urges as obstacles, begin to view them as raw material, energy waiting to be shaped by your conscious choice. This is the essence of true empowerment, the ability to take something powerful and unpredictable and mold it into something that serves your highest purpose. It's a psychological shift that rewires your identity. You move from being controlled by impulses to becoming the deliberate architect of your own destiny. When this shift happens, your motivation deepens. It no longer depends on external rewards or momentary excitement. Instead, it arises from a profound inner alignment, knowing that every decision you make is a building block in the life you're creating. This clarity fuels courage, persistence, and unwavering focus. Your energy no longer feels scattered or wasted. It feels sacred and potent. You begin to recognize the immense power of your own will, and with that recognition comes a new sense of responsibility and freedom. You are not at the mercy of your desires. You are their master. Every choice to transmute your energy is a step toward becoming the person you were meant to be. This power lies within you, waiting to be claimed. The more you practice, the stronger this mastery becomes, and the more your life transforms. When you learn to channel your inner energy with intention, you unlock a force capable of propelling you beyond limits, beyond fear, and into a future defined by purpose and greatness. This is the path to true self-mastery, and it begins with a single decision to hold your energy and use it wisely. Every decision you make to control and redirect your energy strengthens the bridge between who you are now and who you aspire to become. This connection is not merely a wish. It is a biological and psychological transformation happening in real time. Your brain is adapting, your habits are evolving, and your spirit is awakening to a new reality where your desires no longer dictate your actions, but instead fuel your purpose. This shift creates a powerful momentum, an internal engine that propels you forward even when external circumstances challenge you. You begin to embody the discipline and focus required to turn your dreams into tangible achievements. Harnessing this energy requires a deliberate mindset, one that values long-term growth over short-term pleasure and understands that true fulfillment comes from purposeful effort. This mindset transforms the way you perceive challenges, distractions, and setbacks. Instead of feeling overwhelmed or defeated, you see each obstacle as an opportunity to deepen your mastery over your own energy. This perspective fuels resilience because it replaces fear and frustration with determination and hope. You learn that every moment you choose focus over distraction, you build a stronger foundation for success. Your energy is your most precious resource. When scattered, it leaves you drained, anxious, and unfulfilled. When concentrated, it becomes a laser beam that cuts through doubt and fear, illuminating your path toward greatness. This clarity gives you confidence, an unshakable belief in your ability to overcome any challenge and achieve your goals. Confidence does not come from external validation, but from within, born from the consistent practice of channeling your inner power. This is the essence of true transformation, the fusion of energy, focus, and belief. Physical vitality and mental clarity are direct outcomes of this mastery. As you learn to transmute your desires into focused action, your body responds with increased stamina, heightened alertness, and emotional stability. This is not coincidental, but a natural consequence of aligning your inner energy with your conscious intentions. Your hormones balance, your nervous system calms, and your mind sharpens. You feel more alive, more connected to yourself, and more capable of navigating life's complexities with grace and strength. This process deepens your self-respect and personal integrity. Each conscious choice to harness your energy reinforces your commitment to yourself and your future. You no longer settle for fleeting gratification that leaves you empty. Instead, you prioritize what truly matters, even when it demands sacrifice and patience. This alignment between values and actions creates inner harmony, a state where your energy flows freely, your focus is unwavering, and your motivation is relentless. You become the embodiment of your highest potential. The transformation you seek is within reach, anchored in the way you manage your most fundamental force, your energy. This is not a distant ideal, but an achievable reality, born from the decisions you make every day. When you learn to channel your desire into purposeful action, you unlock a power that transcends ordinary limits. It is the power to create, to persist, and to rise above any circumstance. This power belongs to you, waiting patiently for you to claim it and live a life defined by intention, courage, and unstoppable momentum. The moment you begin to see your energy as a force to be mastered rather than a temptation to be resisted, everything changes. This is where true freedom begins. The freedom to live intentionally, to act with purpose, and to create a life that reflects your deepest values. When your energy is aligned with your goals, it becomes a source of unstoppable power, pushing you forward even when doubts creep in or obstacles appear. This alignment is not accidental. It is the result of conscious choices made repeatedly, with patience and clarity. Each decision to direct your energy builds a momentum that compounds, turning small wins into extraordinary breakthroughs. This mastery requires that you become vigilant about where you invest your attention. Attention is the gateway through which energy flows. When you scatter your focus on fleeting distractions or superficial pleasures, your energy dissipates, leaving you fragmented and ineffective. But when you focus deeply on meaningful tasks, your energy intensifies, your mind sharpens, and your confidence soars. This focused energy creates a positive feedback loop. It feels good to be productive, and being productive fuels more energy. Over time, this cycle transforms not only your actions, but your identity. You become someone who doesn't waste energy, but channels it deliberately toward growth and success. Your emotions are powerful guides in this process. They signal where your energy is being well used and where it is leaking away. When you feel anxious, restless, or frustrated, these emotions are clues that your energy is out of alignment with your purpose. Rather than ignoring or suppressing these feelings, use them as signals to recalibrate. Ask yourself, am I using my energy in a way that serves my highest goals? Am I chasing immediate gratification, or am I investing in long-term fulfillment? This emotional self-awareness strengthens your ability to redirect your energy consciously, turning emotional turbulence into clarity and drive. The practice of energy transmutation also deepens your connection to your body. Your physical state is a direct reflection of your inner energy. When you live without control, your body feels depleted, sluggish, and tired. But when you harness your energy intentionally, your vitality increases. Your movements become purposeful, your breathing steadies, and your mind becomes calm yet alert. This bodily awareness is not separate from your mental and emotional mastery. It is an integral part of it. Together they form a holistic system of self-regulation that fuels your transformation. Each moment you choose to transform desire into productive energy, you rewrite the story of what is possible for yourself. You step away from the cycle of distraction and fatigue and into a realm where focus, passion, and resilience drive you forward. This is the essence of empowerment, knowing that your energy is not random or uncontrollable, but a dynamic resource that you command. It is the key to unlocking potential, overcoming fear, and achieving greatness. When you embrace this truth, you become unstoppable. Your energy no longer controls you, you control your energy, and in doing so, you control your destiny. Your energy is the currency of your life. How you spend it determines your reality. Every choice to guard it, to focus it, to channel it into creation rather than consumption is an investment in your future self. This is the hidden truth few acknowledge, that energy, when managed with intention, multiplies. It does not simply deplete or drain. It grows stronger, sharper, and more powerful. This is the paradox of mastery. The more you conserve and direct your energy, the more you have at your disposal to shape the life you want. This realization changes everything. It turns moments of struggle into opportunities to fuel your growth rather than drain your spirit. Harnessing this energy demands relentless commitment. It asks you to be honest with yourself about where your energy leaks, whether in distractions, toxic relationships, or habits that numb instead of nourish. This honesty is not easy, but it is necessary. When you face these truths, you gain clarity on what no longer serves you. You create space for something greater. This space becomes fertile ground for discipline, creativity, and resilience. You begin to understand that mastery is not about perfection, but about progress, the daily, deliberate act of choosing growth over comfort, challenge over ease. This ongoing commitment rewires your brain, reshaping your neural pathways to support focus and willpower. Science reveals that repetition strengthens these pathways, making self-control easier over time. This means every conscious choice to redirect your energy is a building block in a stronger, more resilient you. Your brain learns to crave progress, not distraction. It rewires your reward system to find satisfaction in effort and achievement rather than instant gratification. This biological transformation powers emotional freedom, allowing you to break free from cycles of addiction, procrastination, and doubt. The power of this transformation goes beyond personal success. It impacts every area of your life. Relationships deepen, your creativity flourishes, and your capacity for joy expands. When you direct your energy toward purpose, you magnetize positivity and opportunities. This energy becomes a beacon that attracts what aligns with your highest vision. You begin to live not by reaction, but by design, choosing your path with clarity and confidence. This is the essence of leadership. Leading yourself first, mastering your internal world before shaping the external one. Every challenge you face is an invitation to practice this mastery. Instead of resisting difficulty, you lean into it, knowing that your energy, when properly harnessed, is a tool for transformation. You become resilient, not despite obstacles, but because of them. This resilience is a muscle built through repeated intentional effort. It is fed by the belief that you control your energy and therefore your destiny. This belief fuels courage, the courage to rise after failure, to persist when motivation wanes, and to keep moving forward when the path is unclear. The journey of mastering your energy is the journey of mastering your life. It requires patience, persistence, and an unwavering belief in your ability to change. But the reward is profound. A life where your energy is no longer scattered but concentrated, no longer wasted but invested, no longer chaotic but purposeful. This is the power that transforms dreams into reality and potential into greatness. It is the power that lies within you now, waiting to be claimed with every deliberate breath and every conscious choice. The power to transmute your energy lies in your hands, but it begins with awareness, the conscious recognition that your impulses and desires are not enemies, but raw forces waiting to be shaped. This awareness shifts your entire relationship with your inner world. Instead of fighting or suppressing your urges, you learn to observe them without judgment. You watch the energy rise, acknowledge its presence, and then decide how to use it. This simple yet profound practice rewires your brain to respond rather than react, to create rather than consume. It is the gateway to transforming distraction into discipline, chaos into clarity, and weakness into strength. When you make this shift, you unlock an extraordinary resource within yourself, a wellspring of motivation and creativity that has always been there but was hidden beneath layers of impulse and habit. This resource fuels your ability to focus intensely, to pursue your goals with relentless passion, and to persist even when the path feels steep. It is a force that transcends mere willpower because it is grounded in deep understanding and respect for your own energy. This respect transforms how you see yourself. You move from feeling like a victim of your desires to becoming their master. capable of directing them toward your highest purpose. The transformation is both psychological and physiological. Your brain chemistry begins to change as you practice this mastery, releasing hormones that enhance focus, calm anxiety, and increase resilience. Your nervous system stabilizes, and your emotional state becomes more balanced. This inner harmony creates a feedback loop that supports sustained effort and reduces burnout. You find yourself capable of longer, deeper work sessions, greater creativity, and clearer decision-making. This is not a fantasy. It is the natural consequence of aligning your energy with your intentions. At the core of this mastery is the ability to convert raw desire into constructive action. Desire, when untamed, leads to distraction, frustration, and exhaustion. When channeled properly, it becomes the fuel for growth, innovation, and achievement. This process of conversion requires patience and practice. It means choosing long-term fulfillment over instant pleasure, investing your energy in building rather than depleting. Each time you make this choice, you strengthen the pathways that lead to lasting success and inner peace. This mastery also deepens your emotional intelligence. You become more attuned to the subtle signals your body and mind send, allowing you to adjust course before distractions take hold or stress overwhelms. This attunement fosters resilience because you no longer react impulsively but respond thoughtfully. You develop the courage to face discomfort, knowing that it is temporary and that it signals growth. This courage becomes a cornerstone of your transformation, empowering you to break free from patterns that no longer serve you and to step confidently into your potential. Your ability to transmute energy is the foundation for creating a meaningful, purpose-driven life. It is the force behind every achievement, every breakthrough, and every moment of true fulfillment. When you claim this power, you take control of your destiny. Your energy becomes a powerful ally rather than a source of struggle. This ally carries you beyond limitations and fuels a journey defined by intention, courage, and unstoppable momentum. This is the essence of transformation, the alchemy of turning desire into destiny, chaos into creation, and potential into greatness.